What's going on, YouTube? Broken Place for Days here. So today I'm going to be trying something different. See if I can adjust this a little bit. As you can tell, I'm driving. So I decided to make a video for you guys on my way home. Hopefully the angle is okay. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. Again, this is the first time I do this, so bear with me here. But I just kind of wanted to go over a few things. One of them being the Noble Knight support that's coming down in Primal Origins. I kind of forgot to cover that yesterday. As I told you guys, I usually forget like the main points I want to cover in videos, so that ended up happening. But what I wanted to say is that a lot of people are saying that the support is like really bad, which I don't agree with, just because it's actually not that bad of support. Like, you just have to play the deck how it's supposed to be played, which is just slow, and like it's just a slow, fair deck. It's not meant to be like overpowered. I don't think Konami made the deck to be tier 1. I think it's just meant to be the way that it is, you know, just a fair deck that looks really nice, and just basically have it so that people have to be innovative if they want to play the deck, and you have to, you know, tech it and, you know, play certain cards, or, you know, just what, you know, stuff like that. I don't think Noble Knights are the type of deck where they were meant to be your tier 1, kind of like Spellbooks were, or Mermail, or, you know, shit like that. If Konami had intended them to be a tier 1, or they wanted them to be, they would have already released the card for them that would have made them tier 1, that would have, you know, just pushed them over the edge, just because they wouldn't waste this much time just bullshitting around and just, you know, giving us all this, you know, somewhat mediocre support for the deck. So an idea that I've been fooling around with, that a lot of people have been kind of like bashing me for, but I think it'll be pretty good, is playing Curry Bandit in the deck. You know, just hear me out, you know, hear what I have to say, here are my ideas, alright? Don't fucking start bashing me right away, because I'm gonna play Curry Bandit. But what I'm thinking is you can play 3 of the field spell, 2 to 3. You can play in the Brothers. I think you're playing 2 of those. And then playing Warrior Returning Alive and Call the Haunted. Now, and I mean, keep in mind those cards along with a playset of Curry Bandits in the deck. So essentially what it'll do is it'll make the deck more of a graveyard-based deck, where you kind of have to just mill off your stuff and then get it back with Warrior Returning Alive. Like, so you mill off with Curry Bandit, you know, you mill off some, you know, quick spell cards, some Noble Knights, and if you mill off a Warrior Returning Alive, then you add that to hand, and then next turn you just add them a draw, and then, you know, more than likely you're going to have a Guinevere in the graveyard, or, you know, an equipped spell card in your hand, so you can go off that way. So it's just basically, it's a way to just dump everything in the graveyard, and then just get it back with Warrior Returning Alive, Call the Haunted, and Soul Charge. Here's another thing, Soul Charge is a really good card in the deck. I mean, it's just a really good card in general, but it's really good in Noble Knights. What the fuck is this thing? It's a really good card in Noble Knights because you can Soul Charge for a Madrot, and then you just gain the life points back if you equip a Caliburn. And literally, like, you can Soul Charge for a Madrot and just end up with, like, the fucking Ring 4 Exceed or the Ring 5 with, like, hella equipped spell cards on it, and gain all your life points in the process with some. So yeah, that's just kind of like a little soul charge thing, but that's basically what I'm thinking about doing. Playing the deck kind of how it is right now, you know, just switching some cards here and there and putting in 3 Curry Bandits, 2 Soul Charge, 2 Call the Haunted, and 2 Warrior Returning Alive, and just make it kind of like a graveyard thing where you just have to like get everything back out of the grave. And it's really not a bad idea, because milling the the equip spells or whatever isn't a bad thing at all. Here, I was adjusting something. It isn't a bad thing at all. So I just generally think it'll be really good, and it'll work out. So I just want to say that about Noble Knights. The support isn't that bad. People have to stop looking at it like, oh shit, this deck's supposed to be tier 1. This card doesn't make the deck tier 1. They're supposed to, you know, just look at it as this is just more cards for the deck. You know, they just have to stop envisioning the deck as a tier 1 deck, because maybe it just wasn't meant to be one. So that's what I want to say about Noble Knights. I know there was something else I wanted to cover, but just me with my fucking videos. I always forget what I want to talk about. I guess I can talk about Soul Charge, since we were kind of on the topic. A lot of people are saying that the card needs to get banned or limited to one, which I somewhat agree with, but I don't see the card as being that stupid of a card. Like granted, it's really good, but I've been in situations where I'll play against people and they'll end up losing because they Soul Charged. They'll end up, thinking that they'll be in a really good spot after they Soul Charge, and so they'll just, be stupid and get back like a shitload of monsters for like no apparent reason. Like they'll get back like 4 or 5 monsters with Soul Charge. Keep in mind they pay like 4,000 to 5,000 life points, and then they think they have this amazing field, and then I do something, and then they just fucking lose because all I have to do is attack them like once or twice, and then they're dead. So granted, it is a really good card. Like it gets you out of a lot of bad situations, and I mean, I guess you can say it's a bit overpowered, but I've played like half the time the people when they activate Soul Charge, I have some way to get around what they put on the field, and then they just lose because they're down 4,000 fucking life points. I mean, that's just the way I see it. And like I play, okay, this is kind of getting a little off topic because I'm kind of going to start talking about Upstart Goblin here. But I just think now Upstart Goblin is like the most like terrible card you can play in a deck. Not because the card itself is bad, because drawing a card is good, but giving your opponent 1,000 life points right now is like the shittiest thing you could possibly do. Because if you activate 2 Upstarts, you draw 2 cards, but you just gave your opponent a free Soul Charge for 2 monsters. So it kind of takes off. It kind of makes the downside of Soul Charge, like where you have to pay life points, irrelevant. So if you're playing Upstart right now, just take that into consideration. Think about it in the way that you're just giving your opponent a free Soul Charge play. And I mean, that I stopped playing Upstart in all my decks just because of that very reason. I just didn't want to be giving my opponents free Soul Charge plays. So yeah, that was my little rant about Upstart Goblin. But I mean, like, keep in mind, it's a good card. Don't stop playing it just because I said that, or because other people are saying that. It's still a really good card. I mean, thinning out your deck and playing 37 cards is really good. It's just the fact that everybody else is playing Soul Charge and you're just giving them free Soul Charge plays. That's what's bad about it. So I covered Soul Charge, I covered Noble Knights, which were the main 2 that I wanted to fucking talk about. Congratulations to me, because I actually fucking talked about what I wanted to talk about. I'm just trying to remember if there's anything else that I wanted to cover before I end this video. I'm gonna be uploading either today or tomorrow my Vermel tech profile for this format, so stay tuned for that. I'm probably going to be uploading a updated trade binder, just because there's a lot of different shit in there that you guys didn't see in the last video. So I want to show you guys that. And that's pretty much it for this video. I just kind of wanted to cover Noble Knights because I forgot to yesterday, and I felt that they're one of the more important ones to cover out of Primal Origins, just because they have so much and their history is so long. They've been getting all the support and they're just not there yet. But like I said before, maybe they're just not meant to be there. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you kind of like this camera angle, I guess, or like me driving and talking, just let me know in the comment section below. If you fucking hated it, let me know too. If it was too loud, again, just let me know in the comment section below if this was cool or not. Because if it was, I can definitely keep doing this. This is actually pretty fun. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up so I know that you did. And as always, guys, keep it broken. And I'll see you guys in the next video.